You get Ted, what's up guys? What is going on? Welcome back. Hope y'all are doing well. What a match. What an incredible match. What a roller coaster of a match that I got to see yesterday, that we all got to witness yesterday. Today, equally promising. I really hope. I hope it's not a complete thrashing of Madrid. It's not going to be easy. It is not going to be easy at all. But I hope they're ready. I hope they bring their A game and just give us a spectacle. Don't do what you did last season and end up getting killed. What was it, 4-0 or something? So we'll see. But this game, Barcelona versus PSG, I gotta say, I feel like I'm the only one. Maybe if you're a Barca fan, you're gonna agree, or maybe not, even then. But PSG flopped. I know they're into the semis. It's the second time, I believe, in their history that they're in the semifinals. But when you have a one-man advantage, you gave Barcelona way too many opportunities to come back. After the Vitinha goal, Gundogan, not even a minute later, ends up hitting the post. And then right after the Cancelo screw-up, which is right after the Gundogan shot, you get Lewandowski with a shot from outside with plenty of space, all the space in the world, one could argue. And Ferran Torres that almost gets the tap in. Had it not been for Marquinhos' really good defending. And then Rafinha, Rafinha's having a really good moment for the time being. Who knows how long that's gonna last? Gets away from his marker, and I thought he was gonna try to shoot from there. I was like, no, don't do it, don't you do it. And luckily enough, he centered the ball. But there was no Lewandowski, no Ferran Torres to accompany the play. I think Ferran Torres was the last one to come in. He was too far wide at that point. But too many opportunities for Barcelona to come back, and they could have tied both times. They could have tied. That was when they were just one goal down. And they could have tied and even have gone into extra time. And who knows what would have happened there. Maybe gone into penalty. There was individual brilliances from Vitinha. Vitinha had a monster of a game. He had a really good game. Dembele, wouldn't even say he had that good of a game, but there was effort. He did influence the game. He got his goal, right? And that was an easy goal. That was a rather difficult goal. I thought once Mbappe didn't get to the ball, that was it. The goal was going to be, the opportunity was going to be wasted away. And with his weaker foot, ends up somehow hitting the back of the net. So credit to him. But his night wasn't the best in terms of trying to take on the ball. He was dispossessed. He was pretty much kept quiet. And what I mean by that is that he didn't have an easy go at with the defense. He wasn't having a field day. He wasn't doing whatever he wanted to. He was struggling somewhat. The goal tells you a completely different story. The game, the fact that they won, tells you a different story. But I don't think he had an amazing night, and that's what I keep seeing. That's what I keep hearing. While I was at work, because I wasn't able to do the video until today. While I was at work, I was just watching video after video and what people were saying, and everyone seems to think that Dembele was the savior almost, besides Mbappe, of PSG. I wholeheartedly disagree. He struggled, but he played. He was more influential, way more influential, and did a lot more than Mbappe. Mbappe, to me, was just a complete mess in these two games. Yes, I know he did the job. He scored. That's his job to score. But after that, he did nothing else. And again, it pretty much just nullifies the fact that he didn't do anything because he scored those two goals. Look, if you can't score from like 2 feet away and you're being considered the best player in the world, and people need to stop saying that, by the way. I mean, go bake a cake. Go learn how to bake a cake. Go pump gas or something, because this sport isn't for you. He's supposed to score. What are you expecting? He's supposed to score from that distance, And that was lucky. The Koundé with I wouldn't say bad clearance, just the unlucky break, and ends up falling right to Mbappe. And right before that, he was the one that shot the ball. He started that play with the shot, with the breakaway, and he should have scored right there. There shouldn't have been that opportunity. There shouldn't have been that, it just happened to fall to Mbappe. That should never have happened. That should have just been Mbappe running with the ball, and the forward that he is, the striker that he is, ends up scoring that ball, crossing it like nothing. Yes, Ter Stegen is a world-class goalie, but so is Mbappe, a world-class striker. So he got the lucky break that he had the ball again and was able to hit the back of the net, to find the back of the net, thanks to Koundé giving it right to him, bouncing off of Kubarsi. And then after that, when the game was pretty much already said and done, he ends up getting the one shot. That was the only shot that he got, because, at that point, you could pretty much do anything, right? Anyone could do almost anything. Ends up getting a really nice shot, by the way. Ends up connecting the ball full on, and Ter Stegen also with the brilliant save. So Mbappe, to me, look, and then I hear Thierry Henry, I'm sorry, man, but saying that it's unjustified, it's not fair, how they're criticizing Mbappe, poor little Mbappe. No, it's justified. It's absolutely warranted They're right to criticize Mbappe. Mbappe didn't do nothing the first game, and again, had it not been for the goals and the victory, obviously, Mbappe didn't do anything. And this is a guy that's considered the best, not one of the best in the world. Absolutely not. He should be criticized. And Thierry Henry, you don't know what you're talking about in that statement. I like Thierry Henry. He's a legend to me, so I got nothing against him. But I know he's being biased. I know he's French. I know he's his buddy. I don't know. Mbappe seems to be calling him just to ask him what kind of jam he should put on his toast or something. So, you know, like, you got to be a little bit more objective. So PSG pretty much flopped, in my opinion, in this game, in a way. And Barcelona weren't that far behind either with Araujo. Araujo just killed everything for them. That's when it changed. And then taking Lamine Yamal out, whoa, that was debatable. But then again, I'm thinking taking off Rafinha. Rafinha's doing well, but Rafinha's not Lamine Yamal, which is the only guy to destabilize that defense. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It was tough. I get. You know, you want to leave someone that's a little bit more mature, not even an experienced. But I mean, it's clear cut and dry that Lamine Yamal is just much more of a baller. He's much more effective than Rafinha. Rafinha's having a good moment. He's playing good. But who else were you going to take out? Pedri was also having a really good game. It was really hard. I think he took him out because of his age, his inexperience. Even though he's the most penetrative player that they have, the one that could pretty much break that line. You saw what happened against Nuno Mendes. And it was weird because Nuno Mendes, he's no slowpoke. He's quick. I don't know how. I know Lamine Yamal is also quick, but I still have a hard time conceding how Nuno Mendes ends up getting beat by Lamine Yamal. I know Lamine Yamal is quick, again. But one thing I was noticing about Nuno Mendes is how athletic the guy is, how good he is on the ball. If you could even say he has a weakness, it's his defending, but not by much, right? Not by much. So taking off Lamine Yamal, it really, really did hinder and hurt Barcelona. And Araujo just pretty much killed him. He pretty much killed him. I mean, that was... And to think that he was even... he was arguing that it wasn't a foul. Of course it was a foul. He pretty much just trucked them, ran right into him. I don't know how he can't see that wasn't a foul. I think he was arguing most that it wasn't a red card. It could have been a foul. He would have accepted the foul, but not the red card. But it seems like he was the last man. And then Cancelo, I mean, that's the first thing that came to mind was like, that's why Pep didn't want you. Stuff like that. Besides the fact that you weren't listening when he was at Manchester City, I remember him not following some of his orders and doing stuff in the back that he's not supposed to be doing when he's trying to dribble. I've seen him do that in Bayern Munich, the few games that I actually got to see. I mean, Dembele was about to go out. He was going towards the corner. He was just trying to protect the ball. It's not like he was going to go through him. He wasn't going to go vertical. He wasn't going to go turn around and trying to get inside the box. No, he was just trying to go outside. He was trying to cover the ball. I don't know what he was thinking when he did that. That was such an awkward and such a juvenile challenge to make from Cancelo. And he pretty much just, put the nail in the coffin with that. I wouldn't say it was them not being disciplined. I think they were pretty disciplined enough. And they came back. They responded as soon as PSG scored. They came back and it seemed that Barcelona was going to come back. PSG, though, I'm probably not giving them their due credit that they deserve. PSG were on top of Barcelona from the very beginning. I should have probably started off with that. They started off the game really, really well. They seemed really intent on scoring. They seemed really intent on getting back because it was only a one goal deficit from the beginning. Everybody was talking leading up to this game that, there's no way they're going to come back and Barcelona is just a better team. Yeah, as a team, I think Barcelona is just a better team than PSG. I think that's where the argument was coming from. PSG do not look like they're in tune with each other at all. That's why I think that when Dortmund play against PSG, they're gonna have their way with PSG. They don't work as a team. There's no understanding as a team. But as a team, Dortmund's just a way better team. So I think that's what surprises most people of all, because Barcelona were a better team, better unit than PSG. Had it not been for that Araujo sent off, the red card, and then Cancelo made things even worse, Barcelona could have came back. Had it not been for the penalty, the one that Cancelo gave away, I think Barcelona could have came back from this and they could have beat them. And then the headlines would have been Mbappe. He would have been crucified. He would have been obliterated by the press. And rightly so, just for this game, not for the entirety of his whole career in PSG, because he is their top goal scorer after all. But nobody would have cared about that. Nobody would have even acknowledged the fact. He would have left as a complete scumbag from PSG. Anyways, guys, that's all I got for today. Thank you so much for watching as always, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Tschüss.